I'm back on my own, gotta put it in drive. Sat through the pain while I said I was blind. Too much emotion and pressure and stress, I put that on myself but can't put it aside. A demon inside incited a riot. I told him it's fine, I was down for the ride. If I cannot beat him, I'll join him. When we suffer defeat, at least I can say that I tried. I can say that I tried.
So I am officially starting to check out new artists that I've never heard before. So today I am checking out a band called Spiritbox. I've heard of their name before, but I've never actually listened to any of their music. So I know nothing about this band other than the fact that their frontman is actually a female. So I'm super curious to see what it's like. I'm hoping that I am gonna like it because I'm super into trying to find new bands and artists that I might enjoy so that I can just keep pumping them into my playlist and have, you know, a nice variety of stuff to listen to as I've gotten a lot more into, bands and stuff like that again recently. I spent a lot of time listening to solo artists and hip hop and different things like that, and just kind of stuck to the old bands that I used to listen to in the post-hardcore scene and whatnot. So I'm super excited about all these new artists and bands. If you're new here, I have been doing deep dives and, dives down the rabbit hole on Sleep Token, Bad Omens. I just started Bring Me the Horizon. So if you want to check those out, be sure to check those out. But I'm not going to waste any more time. Today we are reacting to Spiritbox's song Holy Roller. Oh. Bro. I've literally been speechless this whole time. I just realized that. I literally didn't say a word that entire time, and that doesn't ever happen. If you're new, I don't ever pause, but I usually will say stuff throughout. Holy crap. That was so unexpected. See, this is why, bro. This is why you don't judge a book by its cover. I swore on my life. If you asked me, to gamble my life on the fact that there was clean singing in this, I would be dead right now. Because I swore there was going to be quite a bit of clean singing. I had no idea they were this heavy. And it's funny because if you ever saw my reactions to Bring Me the Horizon or Bad Omens, the reason I never listened to them and only recently started listening to them, doing reactions to them, was because back in the day, and that back in the day is when I listened to heavier music. Like, people have an idea after certain things I've said that I don't like heavy music, and that's not the case. It's just I don't choose to listen to brutal stuff, on the regular. It's not something I normally listen to, especially as I've gotten older and branched out to listening to so many other different things. But I absolutely love and respect it. But this is what kept me from listening to Bad Omens, Bring Me the Horizon, was because I thought it was just so brutal. And I thought there would be no clean singing. I'm a sucker for a good singing voice. I'm a sucker for clean vocals. But this was completely what I expected. And not as drastic. I mean, yes, this was brutal, but not as brutal as I was expecting, Bad Omens and, old Bring Me the Horizon to have been. But I've only been listening to new Bring Me the Horizon, and that's not really that heavy, except for apparently their newest stuff. I don't know. But this was actually so dope. Like, her screams are insane. Her screams are phenomenal. Absolutely love them. And this is about to, after Bad Omens and Bring Me the Horizon, this and that, now this, I'm about to be listening to heavier music again like I did when I was a young teen. Because this was so sick. This got me so amped, and I just want to start screaming and playing drums as much as I used to back in the day. So like, this was a pleasant surprise. Now, I will say, as opposed to some screams, I mean, I was able to make out certain lyrics here and there. But I do need to stop for a quick second and just look at the lyrics really fast. All right, so basically, it's actually hard to fully decipher everything, especially off one quick read through of the lyrics and stuff. But with a title like Holy Roller, and with certain things being said in the song, such as talking about blood into wine, talking about, the crown, all these different things that were mentioned in the lyrics, and then watching the music video as well. Like, the back and forth between her looking, almost angelic in a way, standing there with flowers in white, and then cutting to scenes of almost a demonic type of look, and then at certain parts as well, the angelic version, or whatever you want to call it, you see at one point, I don't know if you could see the reaction on my face when it happened, but I noticed at one point in the video, you see the black hands coming around from the demonic figure, almost as if, the demonic figure is about to take over that person or kill the angelic side of it. So definitely a reference to, I'm getting religion to some degree and stuff like that. And it's funny because Bad Omens has this reoccurring theme in my interpretations, where, it's kind of like an FU in a way towards religion. I personally don't like to think that their songs are specifically targeting God and against God and, almost satanic or anything like that. It's more so against the idea of the constructs of religion. And I'm not going to get deep with it, but you can go back to, I forget which Bad Omens one it was. It wasn't Dethroned. I touched on certain things in Dethroned, but it was another one where I kind of gave my point of view on how I am a Christian, but I'm based, my idea of being a Christian is based off of the belief in Christ. I don't fully stand for and support structured religions, and that's kind of a vibe I'm picking up here as well. I don't believe in the way different religions make an interpretation of that Bible in order to basically control their group of people. For me, I believe religion is all about power and things like that. And, there's a line in the song. I think it's the line with the crown. I don't want to look back and waste any more time. But there was a line in the song when I was reading the lyrics that made me think of the idea of how, people, the higher people within the religions, your priests and stuff like that, are supposed to be this figure and supposed to be an example for the right ways to be and act and whatever and to abide by. And a lot of times it's a bunch of bull, and they're not actually the people they are pretending to be. So it's almost like they're contradictory of what they're trying to put onto you. And that's basically the vibe I'm getting from this, is that, it's not necessarily a battle between good and evil, but more so the idea of thinking that being a certain way is what's going to lead you to, the power or whatever it may be, of Christ or whatever it is. So it's I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, and it's hard for me to decipher off of first reaction and first listen, but that's basically the vibe I got from it. But this was super sick. Let me know, are there any clean vocals at all in their songs? Because I swore there would be, but maybe, like I said, I was judging a book by its cover, and because it was a female vocalist, I thought there would be at least some clean vocals. I didn't realize it was going to be this much screaming, let alone all screaming. But it was absolutely sick. So I'm super excited to check out more. Let me know what song I should check out next, because I need to see what else they have. So if you like the reaction, let me know in the comments. We'll chat it up. Let me know what songs to react to, how you feel about Holy Roller, how you feel about Spiritbox in general. If you did like it, make sure you sub. I'll be doing more. You can check out some of the other artists. Like the video for me. It helps a lot. But other than that, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.